Dr. Andrew Doan here. I hope you enjoy this video. We have medical students, residents, practicing physicians from all walks of life. We have people who are missionaries in Ethiopia. We have doctors who are practicing in the United States. So I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you for joining us.
My name is Dr. Jonathan Pons. I'm an ophthalmic surgeon in Eswatini, a small country in southern Africa, and I've been involved and attending COS conferences for more than 15 years. And this is a body of believers in my profession that has built steadily bricks into my life as an ophthalmologist. And together, those bricks have become an amazing foundation for a career in missions ophthalmology.
My name is Garrick Broxton. I'm a PGY3 resident at Baylor Scott & White in ophthalmology. I'm actually pretty new to the COS. This is my first meeting this year, but I feel like the COS has been impacting me throughout my residency. A lot of the attendings at Baylor Scott & White are very involved in COS, and their lives have been shaped by the society, and my lives have been shaped by them over the past 2 years, and they've been transforming me into a Christian ophthalmologist who strives for excellence in ophthalmology, but also sharing my faith with my patients. And so when I was able to go to the meeting for the first time this year, it's just been a blast, and I feel like being able to connect with doctors not only at Scott & White but also across the country and see the sacrifices they've made has just really had an impact on me.
I'm Jeffrey Ng. I'm an ophthalmologist, and I currently live in Guam. And I've really enjoyed the COS. I have to say that Stan Pletcher was the one who introduced me to the COS. The COS is a group of people that love Jesus. And I enjoyed worshiping with them, praying with them, singing with them. The Christ-centeredness of it, and the emphasis on praying not just for your patients but with your patients has been something that's just been amazing.
I'm Stan Pletcher, and I am a general ophthalmologist, plus I do a lot of oculoplastics, probably most of that for our practice. And I practice in Michigan, and I'm very interested in global ophthalmology. I've been involved in Ecuador and helping other missionaries around the world. This year at the annual meeting, I was very humbled and surprised and honored to receive J. Lawton Smith Award. And it was just touching to see many of my heroes talking in the video and sharing about that. I was just in tears to hear that, and I'm thankful that the efforts I've been involved in have made impact, because that's certainly what all of us want, is to help impact others. And I think for me, the COS is about impact, and in particular, I just love coming here because the doctors I meet are inspirational to me. And for me, I get energy. I'm enough of an extrovert. I get energy from talking with people, and they inspire me. And so I think about the COS as giving me heroes and mentors to inspire me to be more Christ-like.
So my name is Ben Roberts, and I have been serving at Tenwick Mission Hospital since 2006. My wife and I, we have 3 boys, and we've been there the past 18 years or so. We've just returned back to the States as our boys are launching into school and adulthood, manhood, so we're working through all of that. COS has been an incredible support to us over the years, and I think probably one of my favorite things about the COS is just the networking, the many people that you get connected with. And there's so many talents in the people that are in COS, but there's one common theme, and that's their love for Jesus, and their love for using their lives to magnify His name. So that's been incredible to us.
My name is John Kempen. I am an ophthalmologist and an epidemiologist. I've been a medical professor this is the beginning of the 27th year. I've always been really interested and motivated to be involved in fellowship groups. Like I thought the Bible says that we should not give up meeting together. It's very important, I think, to be in touch with like-minded people. There's the famous story about like the embers in the fire. Will all go out if they're not together, but if they're together, they can sort of keep the fire going. And so I think the COS makes an important contribution in ophthalmology for those of us that are Christian ophthalmologists, and so I've been kind of a big supporter.
Hi, my name is Zach Dwyer. I'm a third-year medical student at ATSU in Kirksville, Missouri. So COS has kind of helped me just get to know more people, learn about how I can bring faith into ophthalmology, bring faith into interacting with patients, and kind of seeing how God can work through me to help them. And just use me as kind of a servant for His will.
So my name is Cecily Kaufman. I was previously a neonatal ICU nurse, which led me to eventually decide to go to medical school. And now I'm a second-year medical student coming up this year. And I have loved my experience at COS. I was pointed here by many different COS doctors separately. That I met within the last couple months. And I've been really blessed with meeting so many people I didn't realize were going to be here. I've met and connected with people that actually had connections to some of my family members or like areas I've lived in before. And it's been really a blessing to get to know people and be in a Christian and medical atmosphere.
Well, Jesus called me into rural medicine when I was 18. And I knew that that's what He had in store for me, something unusual, somewhere out there. It's been hard to find like-minded people. And it's too bad that I only discovered COS late in my career. But these 15 years that I have been involved with COS has definitely been strengthening my relationship with Him through wise people.
And slowly realized that my values just aligned with ophthalmology, and I met a COS ophthalmologist in Rome, Georgia, who I watched do cataract surgery, and just watched a guy go from light perception vision to really good vision, 20/20, 20/30, and just felt so impacted by that, and just knew that I can make an impact for Christ through the field.
God is good all the time. Sometimes we don't understand. And I actually have a message that when I talk about my son, sometimes God says yes, sometimes He says no, but many times He says wait. And so I've learned a big lesson in waiting on the Lord with my son. My son is no longer alive. He passed away 4 years ago, but I'll tell you that I look forward to seeing him in glory. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think of ups and down times, and certainly Christ leads us when we're in a despairing moment and we think, where am I going? Christ gives us that direction. And for me, I think the best way I could say that Christ leads me is looking at every patient that I have as a child of Christ, a child of the Lord. And that means trying to listen, trying to speak on their level, and trying to be a friend to that patient.
We first left to move and to serve at Tenwick Hospital in 2006. And for my wife and I, we were fresh out of training. She's a nurse by training. We had 3 young boys, and we didn't know what we were getting into, but we wanted to be faithful to follow Jesus wherever He was leading. And for us, we felt like this specifically, He was leading us to Tenwick Hospital, where they didn't have an ophthalmologist. And that's about all we knew. There were many unknowns, but Jesus has been so faithful to walk with us through that.
My colleagues, Scott Lawrence, an American, and Demise Tadesse, a Ethiopian, and I founded this charity, Sight for Souls, partly because we were very impressed that it was possible for an eye clinic to be able to do a lot of work to benefit people and to actually be self-sustaining based on fees, using like a cross-subsidization thing where people who want sort of higher level services pay more, and then you could use the money to subsidize the poor. And then it becomes permanent in the community when you establish that. So we sort of had a vision to do that and to have sort of incorporated into it to be Christian ministry. So sharing the gospel and sort of in word and deed.
I feel like Jesus kind of steered me towards the COS. Kind of got interested in ophthalmology, and I was thinking, how as a student can I get involved? And I had talked with some people who did medical mission trips just through my school. And I was like, I wonder if I can combine medical mission trips and ophthalmology. And so I found the Christian Eye Network, and they kind of got me linked in with the COS, and the rest is kind of history. I got connected on the medical student Zoom.
I couldn't have predicted or orchestrated the path I've been on, or to even try to meet the people that I've met. But he has opened so many doors for me, even when I thought all of them were shut. The past few months have been a real blessing, and having the board allow me to come, even though I was just a first-year medical student, sending him an email saying, hey, I've been told I should connect with you guys. Like, is it possible for me to go? And they all made a space for me here and invited me and welcomed me quite a lot.
Dr. Andrew Doan here at the 48th Annual COS meeting in Greenville, South Carolina. It's been an amazing meeting. We've had incredible presentations, opportunities to fellowship, and many, many opportunities to interface with vendors and colleagues and old friends and family. I invite you to join us in Denver next year in 2025, where we will have the 49th annual meeting of the COS.
Welcome to Colorado. Come on, you don't want to miss this. We're the Kruger family, and we're so excited to help host the 2025 Christian Ophthalmology Society meeting in Denver, Colorado. COS President Gene Hauschier and I are inviting a lot of top speakers covering the spectrum of ophthalmic care, so we anticipate having a great scientific program for you in 2025. Yay! Like every year, the team at COS is working hard to have an excellent child care program, so you can bring the whole family and know they'll be well taken care of. Don't forget to come to Larimer Street in downtown Denver to get some good eats, and afterwards you can walk to Union Station for dessert or down to the ballpark for a game.